I bought a one-way ticket. I had no plan to come back. Ever. My hands were shaking as I gave the money to the man at the ticket office. He looked at me strangely. People usually buy round-trip tickets, but I didn't want to return. I wanted to disappear. My name is Nora. I am 22 years old. 3 days ago, my life changed forever. Now I had to run away. I had to start a new life somewhere far away. I packed one small bag. I took only important things: some clothes, a little money, a photo of my mother. My mother died 2 years ago. She was the only person who loved me. Now she was gone, and I was alone. The train station was busy. Many people were waiting. Families were saying goodbye. Business people were checking their phones. Children were running around. Everyone had somewhere to go. Everyone belonged somewhere. But not me. I didn't belong anywhere anymore. I looked at my ticket. The train was going to a small town 250 miles away. I had never been there before. I chose it because it was far away, because nobody would look for me there, because I could disappear completely. The train arrived at 2 p.m. I walked slowly to the platform. My heart was beating very fast. This was it. This was my escape. After today, Nora would be gone forever. I would become someone new, someone with no past, someone with no secrets. I found my seat. It was by the window. That was good. I could watch the world go by. I could watch my old life disappear behind me. The seat next to me was empty. That was also good. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I just wanted to think. The train started moving. I watched the buildings get smaller. I watched the city disappear. Every meter took me further from my past. Every second made me safer, or so I thought. The train was half empty. Most seats had no one in them. It was a Tuesday afternoon. Not many people traveled on Tuesday afternoons. That was why I chose this time. I wanted to be alone. I looked around the train car. There were maybe 10 other people. An old woman was reading a book. A man in a suit was sleeping. A young mother was feeding her baby. Normal people living normal lives. People who were not blamed for things they didn't do. People who were not running from lies. I closed my eyes. I tried to relax. For the first time in 3 days, I felt a little bit safe. The train was taking me away from everything, away from the people who thought I was guilty, away from the looks of anger and disappointment, away from something I didn't do. The train stopped at a small station. A few people got off. A few people got on. I didn't look up. I didn't want to see faces. I didn't want anyone to see my face. I kept looking out the window. But then I heard footsteps in the aisle. Someone was walking down the train car. The footsteps stopped. I felt someone sit down in the seat next to me. My body went cold. I didn't want a neighbor. I wanted to be alone. I kept looking out the window. Maybe the person wouldn't talk to me. Maybe they would just sit quietly. Maybe they would get off at the next station. But then I heard a voice I knew very well, a voice from my past, a voice I never wanted to hear again.
Hello, Nora.
My blood felt ice cold. My hands started shaking. My heart stopped beating for a moment. Slowly, very slowly, I turned my head. It was Ryan. Ryan was sitting next to me. He owned the company. He was my best friend before. Now, he thinks I am the thief,
You look surprised to see me.
Ryan said. His voice was calm, too calm. I couldn't speak. My mouth was very dry. How was Ryan here? How had he found me? I had been so careful. I had told no one where I was going. I hadn't even decided where I was going until this morning. How? I finally whispered. Ryan smiled, but it wasn't a friendly smile. It was a cold smile, a dangerous smile.
I know you very well, Nora. I know how you think. When someone runs away, they usually go far. They usually take trains or buses. They usually buy tickets with cash so no one can follow them.
My heart was beating so fast, I thought it might stop. Ryan was right. That was exactly what I had done. I had bought my ticket with cash. I thought that made me safe. I thought that made me invisible,
I checked every train station in the city.
Ryan continued.
I talked to ticket sellers. I described you. This nice man remembered a young woman with short brown hair who bought a one-way ticket to nowhere.
I wanted to run. I wanted to scream. I wanted to disappear. But we were on a moving train. There was nowhere to go. I was trapped. What do you want? I asked. My voice was very quiet and very scared. Ryan looked at me for a long time. His eyes were cold and angry, but there was something else in them too. Something that scared me even more than anger. There was sadness.
I want my money back, Nora. I want my trust back. I want my life back.
Ryan, please listen to me, I said. My voice was shaking. I didn't take the money. I know everyone thinks I did it, but I'm innocent. I would never steal from the company. You have to believe me. Ryan looked at me for a long moment. Then something changed in his eyes.
I know.
He said quietly. I stopped crying. I couldn't believe what I heard. What?
I said I know. I know you didn't steal the money, Nora.
My heart jumped. Finally, someone believed me. For 3 days, everyone had looked at me like I was a criminal. Everyone had turned their backs on me, but Ryan believed me. Ryan knew I was innocent. Oh, Ryan, thank you, I said. Thank you for believing me. I was so scared. I thought everyone would always think I was a thief. Ryan smiled, but there was something wrong with his smile. It was not a kind smile. It was a cold, cruel smile.
I know you didn't steal the money
he said again.
because I did.
A world stopped. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. What did he just say? What? I whispered.
I stole the money, Nora. All $50,000. And then I made sure everyone thought you did it.
I felt sick. My head was spinning. This couldn't be true. This couldn't be happening. But why? I asked. Why would you do this to me? Ryan's eyes turned hard and angry.
You know why. Because you rejected me. Because you said no when I asked you out. Because you made me feel stupid and small.
I remembered. 3 months ago, Ryan had asked me to have dinner with him. I had said no. I was polite about it. I told him I didn't want to date anyone from work. I thought he understood. I thought we were still friends. So, you destroyed my life because I didn't want to date you? I couldn't believe it,
The police are waiting at the next station.
Ryan said.
They think you're the thief. They have evidence that points to you, evidence that I gave them.
The train was slowing down. We were coming to another station. I looked out the window. My heart was beating so fast, I thought it might explode. The train stopped. I looked at the platform, but it was empty. There were no police officers. There was nobody at all. I turned to Ryan. He was smirking. It was a horrible, cruel smirk.
See?
He said.
No one's coming for you. I just wanted to watch you break.
I stared at him. I couldn't speak. He had lied about everything. There were no police. There was no trap. He had just wanted to hurt me. He had wanted to see me suffer. Ryan stood up and walked to the train door. Before he got off, he turned back to me.
Enjoy your new life, Nora. Enjoy running from something you didn't even do.
He stepped off the train and walked away. He didn't look back. I sat there shaken and confused. I had been tricked. I had been used like a toy. Ryan had destroyed my life just because I had said no to him. He had made me run away from my home, my job, my friends, all for revenge. The train doors closed. The train started moving again. I was still holding my one-way ticket. But now, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what to do. I was innocent. But how could I prove it? How could I fight back against someone who had planned everything so carefully? What do you think Nora should do next? Should she go back and fight to prove she is innocent, or keep running away from someone so dangerous? What would you do if you were in her place? If you enjoyed this story, please hit the like button and support us by subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us bring you more stories like this. Lesson of the day. One-way ticket. It means a ticket to go somewhere, but not come back. Examples from the story. I bought a one-way ticket. I had no plan to come back. This nice man remembered a young woman who bought a one-way ticket to nowhere. More examples. I bought a one-way ticket to Paris because I'm moving there. He got a one-way ticket to another city and never came back.